What's up, my beautiful family? How you guys doing? I can't wait for you guys to all get in here. I'm going to be a little bit slower today with today's broadcast. This is going to be Mental Health Friday. I know it is not Friday. Y'all know it's not Friday, but it's going to be Mental Health Friday today. I was not able to go live yesterday. I just wasn't feeling too well. I'm in my bed. But that's not going to change nothing but a word. It ain't going to change anything because I had surgery. I had surgery on Thursday, and so I have to stay off of my leg, and bending my knee doesn't feel good. So I'm in my bed, but I got some information for y'all today. So I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor because all of you guys who are faithful, I love every last one of y'all. I see my frat brother in there, Hotep frat, how you doing? I love every last one of you guys. I'm gonna need y'all to do me a favor because as you know, my channel is striked. So I am being shadow banned. I'm gonna need you guys to go ahead and share this video. Every last one of y'all gotta share the video because we have to get me back in the algorithm. When your channel is shadow banned, it does not show up in people's feed. It does not let them know that I am live. So I'm gonna need y'all to do it. What's up, April? April says she's new here. So everybody welcome April to the family because many of us are not new here and we have a lot to cover. But I'm gonna have some rules that I'm gonna have to share with you guys before I go ahead and get started. Since April is who struck my channel, when you find out, let me know so I can have it at them. You already know how people do. And we're going to talk about that today. Today, we're going to talk about mind control. Trust me, it is Mental Health Friday on a Saturday. It's Mental Health Friday. We're going to talk about mind control, and I'm going to have you all see how this all works. And then y'all going to determine whether or not your mind is being controlled. We're going to talk about that. But before we go ahead and get started, I see a few people are new to this family, and that's cool. Let me introduce myself to you all. My name is Dr. Shonna. I am a doctor of clinical social work. I'm a licensed couples therapist, and I am a relationship expert. That is what I do. I also have a profound love for my community, and I love to help people to see things from different perspectives. I am known to be a critical thinker. I'm just not going to go along with what everyone else is saying just so I can be in the in crowd. I do not care about standing out on my own. I feed my family, I feed myself. So I am not worried about any of that. If somebody was to think they was going to snatch anything from me, I would build it back in 3 days. Y'all know what that's about. I build it back in 3 days. So I am not afraid of what people think that they can do to me because whatever they think they can do to me, it has been proven over and over again that they cannot. So you are into this community. I just say be respectful. And I'm being good, y'all. I have not been cussing people out because y'all know how I do. I get it busy. I'll get it popping. I will get it popping in the streets. So I have not been cussing nobody out. I'm all about having critical conversations. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people that come into these kind of platforms online because they think it's a game and they're not critical in their thinking and they want to say all types of things. And I understand sheeple from the people. You understand what I'm trying to say? I understand sheeple from the people. And most people are sheeple and they come in with their rhetoric. They don't want to have intellectual conversation. They don't want to go against the narrative. They want to be told what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. And us in this community, we are not about that life. We're about talking. So welcome to the new family. Get your pen and paper because if you don't know about me, you're going to find out today. Get your pen and paper because whatever I share with you, you can look up, right? You can look up. You can research it for yourself. So y'all ready? Y'all ready to get started? Listen, YouTube family, go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification so you can know when I'm going live. To my Facebook family, go ahead and share the video. Hit a like to the page, hit a follow to the page. Let people know we are on. Bring your pen and paper. Let's get started. My channel is shadow banned. Look at these numbers, y'all. 191 people. Embarrassing. My channel is shadow banned, and that's okay. And the reason why I got shadow banned is because I am a bad girl. I'm terrible. And they know that I'm terrible because I've been questioning authorities and I've been having people think critically and I have been having people arrive to their own conclusion without the propaganda, without the media, and well, without other people around them that don't do their own research, telling them what they should think, what they should do, and how they should live their life and what they should do with their bodies. And the list goes on and on and on. And so many of us have realized that there are a lot of people who are brainwashed and there are a lot of people who are under mind control. And when somebody like me says something like this, we sound crazy. What the hell are you talking about? Relax, calm down. We are in a situation. So I can't say what kind of situation we are in. Because if you already know, if my channel is shadow banned, is certain things I'm not going to be able to do. So to my family who's with me 24/7, you know what I'm talking about when I say that. To my family who's awake 24/7, I'm going to need you ladies and you gentlemen to learn how to read in between the lines. There's certain words I'm not going to say because I have one more strike to go and then my channel is shut down. So there's certain things I'm not going to say, but I'm going to need you all to use your critical thinking skills and make it applicable however you want to make it applicable. I cannot tell you all what to think, and I cannot tell you all what to look at because when I do that, I am considered a bad girl. And bad girls go against the norm. And the norm is how your mind is being controlled with whatever the main society wants you to believe. And so since people's minds are being influenced, they know that they are up against some real powerful forces. If you have a voice, if you have a platform, if you have a following, what do they call those kind of people? What do they call people like me? Even though my platform is not as large as other people, I can care less. I'm here to do the work. But what do they call people like me? I want you to think about that because I need y'all to be able to read in between the lines. So I got to make sure our languages. Thank you, Diana. Influencers. Thank you, K. Muhammad. Influencers. People like me are called influencers. So when you are an influencer, that means you have the power to be able to persuade people to do or think certain ways. So we are up against a really big machine that is pushing out a lot of money every day to influence your minds. Whereas those of us who are trying to get you to think differently, we don't have money. We're not pumping money into our systems to influence your mind. We just sit down, we think, we play everything out, and we're not afraid to voice our opinion. And when we come online, we become a threat to the power dynamics and the power system that is at play. Y'all gonna have to use your own mind to think about what power system I am talking about. All right. So those of you guys who are late to this game, just in case you're wondering why I'm in my room, it ain't going to change nothing but a thing. I'm in my room because I had leg surgery on Thursday. So I'm not able to be as animated as I usually am and excited as I usually am because I am recovering. But I did not want to go another day without speaking to you all because I was blocked. I want to come back on and be a part of this conversation. So I hope you guys are okay with me being in my bed from my room. Okay? Give me 1 second. I'm trying to tell my cousin who's here with me to care for me to close my door because I can hear her and that stuff is driving me nuts, right? I will feel better. Thank you for that. So let's talk about it. How many of y'all know the US government has a major history with studying mind control? A history with studying populations of people to control their minds. How many of you all are aware of this? Or do you think that this is some old TV stuff that only they put on in movies and it doesn't really exist? How many of you guys think that when we talk about mind control, we just seeing things because we watching too many damn movies and we just coming out here saying mind control and we doing way too much? Right? All right, yes. That's right. Somebody said MK Ultra. Yes, that's definitely one of them. That's definitely one of them. But it's not just MK Ultra. There's so many different programs that have been running in the United States government for a very long time because they are looking to control the minds of the people. There is a project that is going on right now, that is aiming to control the minds of people for more than one reason, and not just warfare. So I want to take you guys back first to some brainwashing experiments, and then I'm going to tie this all in. For those of you guys who are new to my channel, I give you guys some history and information to look at, and then I'm going to tie it into psychological aspects so you can understand how your mind is under fire. And that's how it becomes Mental Health Friday that I'm having on a Saturday, right? So I want to bring you guys back to 1953. A lot of scientists were on a project to test sarin, sarin, and to see how much would have to be given in order for the dose to be lethal. And so what they did was they sought out volunteers to sign up to be a part of this experiment, but they did not sell it that way. They didn't put on the advertisement, come sign up, be a volunteer for this, and because we would like to see how much of a dosage we can give before it becomes lethal. Because if you put that on a billboard, if you put that on an announcement board, ain't nobody going to sign up for that. So instead, they recruited some military volunteers. And on the advisory board or the message board, what they wrote was they needed volunteers to help find a cure for the common cold. Now, I ain't talking about nothing else, y'all. Y'all can use your own imagination to try to imagine what I'm talking about. But I'm just stating the facts. I'm just stating the facts, right? I'm not influencing you guys to think anything. I'm just stating the facts. So this advertisement goes out there because they want to be able to find a cure for the common cold. And of course, that is the humanity thing to do. That is like, we're all getting sick. This would be great. They're going to be looking for a cure. Sign me up. And a volunteer named Ken Earl stepped forward to be signed up. And what they did was, I mean, Ken wasn't the only person, but Ken is somebody who was telling his story. So Ken Earl and a number of other volunteers stepped up to be a part of this experiment because they wanted to find the cure to a common cold. So they thought. When they get into this room, they told them to put on this gas mask, and they could not take off the gas mask no matter what. What they did not know that this was an experiment in the war against the Soviet Union. So these people get into the room, they follow instructions because that's what sheeple do. That's what sheeple do. They followed the instructions. They put on a gas mask. They held their arm out. And these doctors, these scientists took and they dripped sarin, 20 drops on their arm because they wanted to see what was happening. And remember what they told the people, no matter what, do not remove that gas mask. So the scientists leave the room, they close the chamber doors, and they watch what happened. And these people were having a severe reaction to it. They felt like they were suffocated. They could not breathe, but they also knew that they could not remove that gas mask. They made it out of the experiment, but still, until years later, they never knew that they were signing up for something totally different. And it had nothing to do with finding a cure for the common cold. But that's what they did. Despite the reaction, despite the fact that they couldn't breathe, despite the fact that they were burning their arm, despite the fact that they thought that they were suffocated and they were going to die, they followed orders. They did not get up to leave. They did not pull up their gas mask. They didn't say, what are you doing? They didn't ask any questions. They didn't say what's in that. They didn't say, can I read the informed consent? The informed consent before I signed up for this. They didn't say anything. These people sat down and they were just a part of the experiment because it was the American thing to do. It was the American thing to do to help the government find a cure for the common cold. Then we're going to talk about another experiment. Y'all with me so far? Y'all with me so far? We're going to talk about another experiment that happened after the Korean War. I like to go back, you know what I'm saying? Because we already know that on certain populations of people, especially those of us who are ADOS right here in America, we already know we have been the guinea pigs of America. Whatever they want to try, whether they want to see how long we can live without syphilis, whether they want to see how much pain we can tolerate without giving us any anesthesia to operate on us, it don't matter. No matter what, we already know that we have been the guinea pig. So this is not just about us tonight. Let me tell you why. Because sometimes people are able to hear it better when you let them know that the American people are being experimented on. Right? Because everyone want to play the violin, and they want to be so sad. Oh, those poor little black people, that happened to those poor little black people. That is so sad. Whew, I'm just so happy things like that ain't happening no more, not realizing the American government is still experimenting on the American people. So that is another form of brainwashing, right? We're going to get to that later. This is Mental Health Friday, baby. This is Mental Health Fridays. We're going to get to that later. But that is another form of brainwashing where you have it believing that these experiments only happen to certain people. Because America just won't do that to their people, right? America is just not going to do that to their people. Never in the world will America do such hateful experiments. Maybe, maybe not. Let's go on to another experiment that happened after the Korean War. Well, the goal was to cause individuals to become subservient. Now, we already know America has a great history with getting humans to be subservient because, those of us in this country, we definitely were made to be subservient, right? Forget it. Those of us in the melanated nation, period, point blank, period.com and an exclamation mark. We know what it's like to be made to be subservient. There's some type of fascination that the American government has with controlling people. There's some type of fascination that the American government has with controlling people's minds, controlling their behaviors. And it's seen throughout history. But this is not highlighted in mainstream media. This is not ran on mainstream media as a program. This is not being taught to our students in the schools. This is not what's happening because you don't want to alert the people to the fact that mind control and brainwashing experiments are still happening. After the Korean War, they had a desire to make humans, individuals, subservient. So they started to perform different studies and experiments to see if they can get people, humans, to perform acts against his or her control. What they did was they induced amnesia. Okay, now the channel is freezing. The channel is freezing. I'm back. I need y'all to just to hold on. I'm gonna need y'all just to hold on because y'all already know my channel is shadow banned, and YouTube is looking for me to say one of the code words so they can shut my channel down. The only thing I'm doing is just giving you guys some history. I'm not even talking about the current situation in this world. Certain words I can't say, y'all. I'm not talking about the current situation in this world. If you want to make it applicable, make it applicable. I'm not telling you to make it applicable. I'm just giving you some research. I'm just giving you some stuff to think about. And not only do I want you to think about it, I want you to think about it in real time. Where else is what I'm teaching you today? Where else is this seen in real time? You follow what I'm saying? So I don't know where you guys lost me at, but let me just pick back up because they was messing with my channel. But anyway, after the Korean War, I was basically saying that they were looking at ways to make the human subservient. What they wanted to do was to control the human mind and get people to perform acts against his or her will. And so they had an experiment where they were inducing amnesia. They was inducing amnesia on people for the purpose of programming their behaviors. They would shock people to erase their recollection of their memory. They would erase the recollection of their memory. And then they would give them stuff to listen to over and over and over again to reprogram them, recondition them. And this, my friends, was made into a movie. What was the name of that movie, y'all? What does this movie sound like? Because you know what I used to say to you guys, what my mama used to say. My mama used to say they don't make movies for nothing. So I want you to think about that because I want to see how critical you guys are in your thoughts. I'm going to tell you the name of the movie anyway. But if you really think about it, when you are erasing somebody's memory, you're giving them a new memory. You have their mind under control so you can control. There you go. India said it. There you go. Let's put India on the screen. Because I wanted to see y'all to see if y'all awake. And she clearly is awake. Y'all seen that movie? Manchurian Candidate. See, here a lot of people thinking, oh, this is just a movie. That's just a movie. And like I told you, my mama used to say, they do not make movies for nothing. You know what she mean when she say they, right? Y'all know who she talking about. Come on, family. Y'all know what we talking about. Let's not get melanin drunk. Let's understand and be awake and sober. Y'all know what I'm talking about. They don't make movies for no reason at all. But for many people, that was just a movie. Not realizing that was a real life experiment that the government ran because they have a desire to control the mind and behavior of people. Y'all with me? Come on, this is Mental Health Friday. Smash that subscribe button and that like button. Share this video. I'm keeping it clean and funky. But I'm going to teach y'all something because I'm going to need y'all to start handling your families a lot better. I'm going to need y'all to stop entertaining the crap that you're seeing on media. I'm going to need y'all to stop watching entertainment stuff on social media. People clapping their booties and doing all other types of things, not realizing your mind is being controlled every day. And half of y'all doing things not knowing that y'all real life Manchurian candidates walking around here. Y'all don't even realize y'all zombies. But this is Mental Health Friday because I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all. I'm going to take y'all back to 1958, but you know what? Let me not take y'all back to 1958. I'm going to take y'all back just a couple of years ago in 2018 because I'm going to need y'all to wake up. You know what? Before I take y'all to 2018, because y'all ain't going to believe me if I tell you what was happening in 2018. Y'all ain't going to believe me because 2018 was 2 seconds ago, right? Because y'all want to say, oh, that was in the 40s, that was in the 20s, that was in the 30s, that was in the 50s. That stuff don't happen anymore. I got something for you for 2018. But before I get there, remember I said y'all can look up anything I'm telling y'all. Before I get there, let me go to MK Ultra. Because I know a lot of y'all know about that program that the CIA was running back in the day, not too long ago, but back in the day. It was called MK Ultra. And the CIA used Canadian citizens for this study. And what they did in this MK Ultra study, which was a form of brainwashing, what they did was they experimented with the different use of drugs, including LSD. Y'all know LSD. Some of y'all used to take LSD because I know my population of people that follow me are older. Come on, y'all ain't gotta rat yourself out. Some of y'all used to take LSD, so I know y'all know the power of LSD, and it will have you seeing all types of things that's not there. LSD will have you doing all types of things that isn't there. But did they tell the people that they were going to be using LSD on them? Absolutely not. Instead, they used credentials of people to influence people to be a part of this study. There was a psychologist named John Gittinger or something like that that worked for the CIA, and his department was charged with finding out how to influence, once again, influence the behavior of people. And so they found this little renowned psychiatrist. His name was Dr. Ewing Cameron. They found him in Montreal, and they made him the project of the chief of this project. And what they wanted him to do was to find out how to brainwash people for the purpose of influencing their behaviors. He was a renowned psychiatrist. He was a doctor that was respected by many people. If he said to cure somebody, you had to jump 15 times, because people just believed who he was because of his reputation, his status, his education, his experiment. His experience. They would believe him and jump 15 times if that's what he told them. So they found him. They found a secret way of creating a fake program where they funneled money through. It was called the New York City. It was in New York City. It was called the Society for the Protection of Human Ecology. And they funneled the money through this program in New York City to this doctor in Montreal, and he found his patients easily, because most patients who was going through psychological issues and problems and having, they wanted to be cured, they want to be better, most of them was going to him because he was respected in the field. But do you think he gave them an informed consent? Do you think he told them what was going to be going into their bodies through these inoculations, these shots that he was going to be giving them? Do you think he educated them on the side effects? Do you think he told them what might happen as a result of this project? Or did he tell them this is good? Don't worry, it's safe. You can trust me. See, y'all got to understand, when somebody's credentials are respected, when they got a whole bunch of doctors coming in front of you and they telling you this is safe, ain't going to be no problems, you can trust us. A lot of people will naturally just go with what the doctor is saying. A lot of people are not going to question their doctors, because a lot of people, especially in this country, I can't speak for nobody else's country, but I can speak for America. A lot of people look at doctors as authority figures. And if the doctor says it's safe, then it is safe. He walked around the place. He talked about the human mind. He controlled the room. He mastered the room. He had everyone believing that he knew all there was to know about the human mind, and he can get the job done. It was easy for him to get recruits. It was easy to get people to sign up and not have to explain side effects or anything else is going to happen. It was easy to get people just to trust their word because he had on a coat. It was easy because he was respected. But that was a real serious operation they had going on there. And eventually, they try to hide that information too. They tried to prevent that information from coming out into the public, and they were sued. There was a lawsuit that was brought against the CIA and the American government. There were some lawyers representing the Canadians to sue the American government because they wanted to know what was going on with this study. They felt the people deserved to know. But that's too old school for some of y'all, right? Don't worry, I'm almost finished. I ain't gonna keep y'all all day. That's too old school for some of y'all. So I'm going to take you back to 2018. Is that good enough for y'all? 2018, will you believe me then? And in 2018, would that be a reality right now that your brain is being controlled? If I showed you a project from 2018 ran by the U.S. DARPA agency, their brain control project has been going on for over 60 years. DARPA, DARPA, Defense Advanced Research Project Agency. Defense Advanced Research Project Agency, DARPA. DARPA in 2018 was running a project called the Next Generational Non-Surgical Neurotechnology. Sounds big. Sounds big. Don't worry, I'm going to break it all the way down. Basically, what this project is, they're studying the human brain and trying to get the human brain to interface, to interact, to control machines. The human brain, without touching a button, without having to press anything, you can look at your phone and you can just think to call my mama with just thinking it, not having to say, hey Siri, not having to say, hey Google, call my mama. You ain't got to say none of that. You can look at your phone and they're trying to figure out how to get your brain to interface with this piece of technology to get it to do what it needs it to do just by using the brain waves and nothing else. This agency, DARPA, the purpose of this agency is to imagine the future and then create it. Imagine the future controlling robots without a button. Imagine the future, humans in the future flying drones with their brain waves and not a remote control. Imagine humans in the future controlling machines with just their thoughts and nothing else. See, with this agency, many people are so concerned that it will be mind control. It will lead on to the use of mind control and lead into other situations that we're not ready to get into because people think that this is new because the project was running in 2018. This isn't new. So people are afraid now that the government might start getting into mind control. Must I remind everybody about the project that went on from 1965 to 1969 called Project Pandora? Must I let you all know about Project Pandora? Somebody said Total Recall, another movie, right? Another movie, I told you what my mama used to say. Mama used to say they don't make those movies for nothing. In 1965, all the way up until 1969, Project Pandora was about studying microwave radiation to control human behavior. Did y'all hear what I say? Let me say that again because I know some of y'all in the back didn't hear it. Y'all can't hear me in the back, so let me speak up. From 1965 to 1969, Project Pandora was an experiment to study microwave radiation to control human behavior. Y'all hear what I'm saying? See, I can't tell y'all what to believe. I'm not going to tell you guys what to believe. I'm just going to let you guys know what has been happening. Now, you can make it applicable to real life situations right now. Or you can just tell yourself this is from the past and it don't happen no more. I'm just going to let you guys know what is out there. Microwave radiation to control human behavior. That's what Project Pandora was about. And sadly enough, currently they are still studying how to control human behavior. They are still studying it. Why? Why is this possible? Why is this happening? why should we even care about this? Right? Why are they so interested in controlling us? And does it really work? Does it really work, or is this just something that they're wasting government money on because you can't control the human mind and human behavior? I know some people think that. Some people will say, well, you can't control human mind and human behavior. The human brain is just way too strong for that, and it's very complicated, and they're just, they're wasting their money and they're wasting their time. It's never going to happen. It's never going to happen. That's what some people would say. D Dub is saying we've been in a simulation for a long time now. We're manipulated and predicted by how we respond to the experiments. We are in an experiment right now. We have been in experiment for a long time. We are just in new experiments all the time. I'm about to break it down. I'm going to show y'all how some of your minds are being so controlled and you don't even know it. You can change it. The reason why this is possible is because most people don't question. That's the first thing I want y'all to write down. Most people don't question. They don't ask questions. They don't explore. They don't take their time to read it. Even when people go into car dealerships, you get a contract right in front of you. You guys just sign where they tell you to sign. They say sign right here. They turn the page, sign right here. They turn the page, sign right here. And that's all you do is as they flip the page, they just sign. People just sign. Flip the page. They don't ask no questions. They don't say, what am I signing? They say, give me a second. They don't say, is there any way I can take this home and look over it and then come back? I want to be able to review it to make sure I understand what I'm signing. People don't say that because people react and people trust. People trust people because they're in certain positions and they tell you, I've been doing this forever. Don't worry about this paper right here says we ain't going to do nothing until you just sign right here. This paper right here says if you want to ask us any questions, you might be able to ask us questions, sign right there. This paper right here says we won't call nobody, but we'll charge your credit card no matter what. Sign right here. This paper right here says you're authorizing us to give you a brand new car for the price $33,000. That's it. That's all it says. Sign right here. And we believe it. We believe it. I'm sorry. Did I go too fast for y'all? Are y'all with me? Are we waking up? Are we still on the same page? Because y'all know I'm from New York. Y'all know I'm Bronx born and Bronx raised. I talk fast. Y'all know I have an accent. Y'all know I talk really fast. If I'm losing y'all, just say slow down, Doc. I'll slow it down. I'll slow it down. But I'm just saying. The reason why they're able to do this is because most people do not ask questions. Most people believe that they gotta act right now because their life might be in danger. They gotta act right now because they might not get the sale. They gotta act right now because there's no more left. They gotta act right now because there's a food shortage. They gotta act right now because of whatever the reasons apply it to new life or new world situations right now. People don't ask questions. And when they are around other people who ask questions, the people who ask questions are annoying. Come on now, family. Come on now, family. Let's not pretend. Instead of thinking the person who asked the question is annoying, you should be saying, maybe I should be asking questions. Maybe I should be asking questions instead of looking at somebody's title, instead of looking at somebody's position and believing that, oh, well, they're not going to lie to me. They told us everything we need to know. I feel good. I feel comfortable. I'm going to go ahead with it. But the minute the joker next to you, such as Dr. Shonna, Michi X, Q Butter, Dr. Umar, Yvette Carnell, Tone Talks, Tariq Nasheed, Vicky Dillard, for those of us who ask questions, for those of us to stop, pause, and say something don't seem right, Rizza Islam, for those of us to say, hold on a second, brother, something ain't right. Y'all look at us like, what the? Y'all always want to come ruin and stuff. Y'all must be unhappy. That must be a sad life you live. You got to question everything. You don't trust nothing. That's sad. That's sad. because we're always annoyed by the person who's asking but what we didn't ask. We're always annoyed by the person who reveals things that goes against what we have been programmed to believe. We're always annoyed when we really should be saying, hold on a second, let me see, let me write down what this person is saying, because I always tell y'all to bring your pen and paper. See, you don't got to argue with people. You just bring your pen and paper and you just write down what they're saying, and then you take time out of your busy damn schedule, sit down and do your own research. But no, you want to call us rebels, you want to call us extremists, you want to call us conspiracy theorists, you want to call us every name under the book instead of you doing your own goddamn research. And then after the fact, I mean, you can apply this to what's happening right now. I ain't allowed to say it. You can take it and make it applicable in your own, or you could just take it for what I'm telling you. I can't tell you how to think. I can't control your mind. I can't tell you how to think. But I am going to say this. Every time you tell us we a liar, then boom, the news come out and they say the same thing we've been saying. And now y'all would have been like, that's a damn shame. Well, maybe if y'all would have listened to us a long time ago, you wouldn't be suffering now. And that's why I say we got to separate the sheeple from the people. Those who question the narrative are silenced. Those who question the narrative are threatened. Those who question the narrative is removed from power. Those who question the narrative have lies told on them. Those who question the narrative are subjected to smear campaigns. Those who question the narrative are blocked out of opportunities. And that is even a strategy. They do that on purpose with intention to control everybody else. And the sheeple will always be controlled because the sheeple is afraid of what's happening to those people that question. They're afraid of it happening to us. You're being controlled every day that they put in front of your face. People are persons with statuses, persons with money, persons with large grants, large platforms, large titles. That is a strategy. It is a strategy used to control your mind. The reason why I told you guys about MK Ultra, because they use these scientists, they use these psychiatrists, they use these psychologists to get the people who were vulnerable, to get the people who were ill and they wanted to be healed, to get those people to cooperate. You ain't going to trust a joker with no credentials with your health, but put a joker on a white jacket and a stethoscope around their neck, you're going to trust them. We see that every day in commercials. Fake behind doctors pushing toothpaste. They're not even real doctors. And many of you guys don't pause it. Y'all don't get on the screen and look really close to the fine print so you can see it's an actor. You just go with what you're seeing because the image looks good. And they tell you my patients trust Colgate, but they ain't going to tell you if you use this, it's going to F up your system because you really shouldn't be brushing your teeth with this nonsense. They're not going to tell you that. But they're going to use a doctor to say 96% of my patients love it and it works well and they have healthy gums. It's a great smile. Get Colgate. Because the man with the white coat told you to get it, you go buy it. Some of y'all really are interacting with real doctors with white coats on. Well, let me say, I mean, there's a lot of doctors out there. We're all in different doctors. Some of us are researchers, right? Some of us are clinicians. Some of us are medical doctors. Some of us are dentists. We're all doctors, right? But people like to try to diminish our studies and our work. Well, you gonna listen to her? She ain't a medical doctor. You listen to your medical doctor because half those jokers don't know what the hell they talking about. You listening to your medical doctor? You trust any drug your medical doctor tells you to take? Do you understand how the pharmaceutical company runs with your medical doctor? Do you understand how those scripts work? Do you understand why there are even script pads? Do you understand? I understand. I understand from years and years and years of being invited out with pharmaceutical companies coming to do their presentation, taking us to fancy dinners, eating lobsters and crabs and wine and living a high life just so we can look at a product and push it. Now, I'm not telling you that's happening, right? We don't want my channel to be blocked. That's just my personal experience, the views expressed by me and my views alone. But you can do your own research. I'm just saying, you can do your own research. So a lot of y'all like titles, y'all like status, y'all like influence. A lot of y'all just trust that. You don't do no research. You got a whole bunch of jokers out here, not just doctors, all types, even some influencers are jokers. And y'all just believe some of these jokers because a lot of people follow them, baby. That's called social influence. And those jokers will lead you right off the roof. Monkey see, monkey do the same as you. That's what mind control look like, baby. It's Mental Health Friday. It's Mental Health Friday, baby. I know y'all not expecting me to be light and easy on you. No, I'm not. I'm about to hurt some of y'all feelings. We're about to get into it. Time is almost out. I'm going to hurt some of y'all feelings tonight, but I'm not trying to. I just want to wake you up. You better pay attention to the people who control the narrative. You better pay attention to the people who control the narrative and remove transparency from the process. Y'all didn't hear me. You better pay attention to the people who control the narrative and remove transparency from the process. I'm going to say it one more time. No, I don't mean Saturday. This is Mental Health Friday. I just happen to be doing it on Saturday. Y'all got to wake up. Stay with me. Don't get distracted. It's Mental Health Friday. That's the name of the show. The name of the show is called Mental Health Fridays. So what? I'm doing it on Saturday. Don't change the name of my show. I just changed the day. Right? I want you to understand this. So I'm going to say it one more time because people like to distract me. It's okay though. I want you to watch out for people who control the narrative and remove transparency. You understand what I'm saying? I hope y'all caught that. This is Mental Health Fridays. Now let me start taking this home where some of y'all gonna get your feelings hurt, but I'm not really trying to hurt your feelings. I love y'all. I love y'all, but let me start bringing this home because I need y'all to be able to make this applicable. This is mind control. Every last one of you guys are subjected to mind control. There's so many different forms of mind control. And there's so many different purposes of mind control. But so many of you guys are subjected to mind control, not only in your personal lives, not only in your relationships, not only in what you eat, your diet, not only in with what's going on in the world today. So many of you guys are subjected to mind control, and you don't want to believe it because you like to feel that you're stronger than that. You like to believe that you have the willpower. You like to believe that you have a sense of agency. That means control over yourself. You like to believe you're making your own decisions. Your decisions are being made for you if you don't stop You don't question. You don't think critically. You don't make an informed decision. If you're not making an informed decision, if you don't know all your facts, if the transparency is not there, and you just go ahead and make a decision, your mind is being controlled. So let me go ahead and break down mind control for some of y'all. According to the APA Dictionary of Psychology. According to the APA Dictionary of Psychology. Say that one more time for the people in the back that got the free tickets. You know, the free tickets always put you in the back. I'm going to say what mind control is according to the APA Dictionary of Psychology. Number one, y'all need to write this down. It is an extreme form of social influence used to indoctrinate an individual in the attitudes and beliefs of a group. I'm going to say that again for the people that got the free tickets. People in the nosebleed section, because they ain't hear me. I'm going to say it again. I know you guys write kind of slow. It's okay. I'm going to read it. I'm going to read it. And then we're going to talk about it. It's two different definitions, right? So the first definition, I'm going to read it again, y'all. Extreme form of social influence. Let's stop right there. Extreme form of social influence. We see that every day. We see that every day. You turn on your TV, you see those commercials, they play all the time over and 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 over again. You are being influenced. The nastiest, dirtiest, vile, disgusting music come out and they play it all the time. And they think they're doing the justice by just taking out some of the dirty words and swapping it around with some other words. But we already know what it's saying. We already know what it means. Because they cut it out, we can still tell what it is. And it's influencing our mind all the time. So now we have somebody like Shenseea and Megan Thee Stallion with their new Dirty Behind video. And instead of us protesting it, eventually we're going to stop bopping to it. And they're going to get the clean version, so they call it, and they're going to put it on the radio, and our little children are going to be on social media doing dances to it. And then once upon a time, you're going to have white people who used to think the music was disgusting, vile, and embarrassing. You're going to see white grandmas on social media bopping to the music as well. Am I the only one that's seeing this, y'all? Come on, family. Am I the only one that's seeing this? You got the dorkiest looking white man on social media with 242,000 views bopping to some old disrespectful music, and everyone thinks it's cute and funny. Extreme form of social influence used to indoctrinate an individual in the attitudes and beliefs of a group. See, I ain't going to talk about it in current days. I just want y'all to sit on that. I keep saying it because I want y'all to sit on it for a second. I want y'all to sit on it for a second. I want y'all to think about it. I want y'all to think about all the garbage that has been pushed on our children, the garbage that has been pushed in our society, the garbage that is being pushed on television, the garbage that is being pushed in our doctor's office, the garbage that is coming out from the different agencies. I want y'all to think about this for a second. Extreme form of social influence used to indoctrinate an individual in the attitudes and beliefs of a group. Now, I told y'all in one of my videos before, there's a main society that rules, and then there's a sub-society that rules, and the sub-society is the main society, and the main society is the sub-society. The main society is the sub-society, sub-society, and the sub-society is the main society. Y'all remember that video? I can't tell y'all about it. I can't tell y'all about it. They're going to take my channel down. But those of y'all that have been in the family for a long time know exactly what I'm talking about. So some of y'all got your children in these schools, and your child's mind is being brainwashed all damn day by extreme forms of social influence. They're educating your children to believe all types of things and telling them it is all right. They're making wrong right and right wrong. And everybody is believing it. We got to separate the sheeple from the people. I say it all the time. We got to separate the sheeple from the people. I say it all the time. We got to separate the sheeple from the people, because the sheeple is part of the problem. That was the first definition of mind control. I'm going to read it one more time, then I'm going to go on the second definition. Extreme form of social influence used to indoctrinate an individual in the attitudes and beliefs of a group. Apply it wherever you want to apply it. We can apply it to 500,000 different situations. Most sheeple and people want to apply it to cults and religion. That's fine. You can apply it there too. But don't forget everything else, baby. Don't forget your mind is being controlled in every other situation. They're telling you what you cannot say to people no more. They're telling you what you cannot do no more. They're telling you what you're doing is wrong because you're going against the norm. You're going against the group. And if you're going against the group, you are the problem. And you will be removed. It is a new world order, people. It is a new world order. And some of you guys, once upon a time, you held on to your morals. Morals is intrinsic to the individual. And what that pretty much means is my morals are my morals. They govern me. They govern my agency. They belong to me. And what they're telling you is you're not allowed to have your own morals anymore. You have to have the morals of the dominant society. Your morals don't matter because your morals is thinking, and we're beyond that. The world is changing. So change with the world or be ran over. And we get afraid. We get afraid of everyone looking at us differently because when we turn around, we think we're looking at people when we're really looking at sheeple, and we want to do what the sheeple is doing. And then you wonder why I say you are under mind control right now. If you are afraid of speaking out, your mind is being controlled. You think that you don't want any problems. I just don't want no problems. That's a lie. That's mind control right now. They got you under fear. And they're controlling you, and you don't even realize you're being controlled. Let's go on to definition number 2 of mind control, according to APA Dictionary of Psychology. Mind control. Definition number 2: the control of physical activities of the body. Let me slow that down for the people in the back with the free seats. The control of physical activities of the body. The control of physical activities of the body, particularly autonomic functions. Y'all better look that up. Look up the anatomy of the autonomic nervous system, because I can't tell y'all certain things. They might shut my channel down. Do your own damn research. Autonomic functions by mental processes. Let me break that down for y'all. I'm going to say it one more time and I'm going to break it down for you. The control of physical activities of the body, particularly autonomic functions by mental processes. So I'm going to show y'all how some of that looks. When y'all go ahead, y'all going to Google anatomy of the autonomic nervous system. You're going to see what that controls, and you want to see what happens when it's in disorder. You want to see what happens to the nervous system when it is in disorder. What happens to the heart? What happens to the liver? What happens to the kidneys when it is in disorder? Some of y'all alcoholics. No disrespect. I understand addiction is a mental illness. I understand, and I mean no disrespect. I'm just going to have you think critically. The truth is going to be the truth. Period. Some of y'all alcoholics, and you don't even realize that you are an alcoholic because your mind has been controlled to be one. But they have you believe that you are alcoholic because it's in your genes. And I'm not saying that they haven't found it in the genes. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But we know that some genes can be dormant and they can be awakened. So if you go into the hood, what do you see around the hood all the time? Come on, y'all. What do y'all see around the hood all the time that you do not see in affluent communities? I can leave my community at any time. Thank you, Katrina. At any time. The liquor stores around here are far and few and they fancy. Fancy ass liquor stores, right? There is no advertisement for Hennessy. There's no advertisement for Ciroc with P. Diddy. There's no advertisement with no 50 cent on it. There's no advertisements, no billboards, none of that crap around my neighborhood whatsoever. Now, I'm not going to say there are no alcoholics in my community because we know people do drink, right? So I'm not going to say that. But what I am going to say, you go into the hood, you see that stuff all the time. You can walk from one block to the next block and you can find 3-4 liquor stores. And I ain't even lying. And you wonder why your whole family is either on drugs or alcoholics. And that's just one. I'm about to get to your asses on food. I'm about to get to your behinds on food. I am not. I told you I was going to hurt some feelings today. I told you I was going to hurt some feelings today. And this is not to hurt your feelings, but this is to wake you up to the truth and how your mind is being controlled. From the foods that you eat, from the drugs that you put in your body, to the liquor that you're drinking, your mind is being controlled. Your mind is being controlled for the purpose of taking over your physical activities of your body. You are killing yourself. Even though they're killing you, you are killing yourself because what they're saying is you did it. And your family members looking at you like you made that decision. You unhealthy because you did it. That's what mind control looks like. Control the mind and the behavior of the people, and you don't even got to be accountable. You could say they did it themselves. They did it themselves on their own. You wonder why your community is filled with diabetes and heart disease? That's not an accident. It's that the control of physical activities of the body, particularly the autonomic functions by mental processes. That means that they can control your mind, they can control your body. And if they want to wipe your population out, they only have to control how you go about eating and feeding your body. They only have to control about what liquids you put in your body. They only have to control what substances you put in your body. And you will kill yourself. Not just the food. You go into any doctor's office, they know the cure, but they will tell you there is no cure. They're not going to push no plant-based diet on you. They're going to tell you to take these pills. You go into the hood, that's all you guys are on, or all types of medication, and half of you don't even know why the hell you taking the medication. You just taking the medication because that nice doctor in the white coat told you to take it. Somebody said facts. I recently got diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, and brother, you probably got it. If you eating crap, you probably got it. And then there is no advertisement in your community to stop you from eating crap. There's no advertisement in your community to educate you on the dangers of eating crap. There's no advertising in your community to tell you that you're shortening your life when you're eating crap. There's no advertisement that tells you to eat right, eat healthy food. There's no advertisement in your community to do that. And do you know the power of advertising? Do you know the power of advertising? That's a part of brainwashing and mind control. And if we think because grandma ate it, it's okay. Granddaddy ate it, it's okay. My aunties and uncles, they eat like that and they fine. And all of their asses are overweight. I told you I was going to hurt some feelings today. I told you I was going to see, y'all just dropping off. I had high numbers, and the minute I said that, you're dropping off. Because y'all don't want to hear the truth. Mind control. Mind control. From the foods you put in your body, they're telling you to eat it. To the drugs you put in your body, whether they're legal drugs through prescription or illegal drugs off the street, they're telling you to do it. From the people you decide to date, from the titles you decide to give yourself because you heard somebody else do it. Extreme form of social influence used to indoctrinate an individual in the attitudes and beliefs of a group. You're doing everything they tell you to do because you don't question nothing. You don't sit back and say, is this right? No, baby, they don't think you stupid. They don't think you stupid, baby. That's not right there. That's incorrect. You can control the mind of anybody if you influence them enough. There's a lot of smart people. Let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that. There's a lot of smart sheeple that make dumb decisions because they've been controlled. Mind control. Mind controlled. So we got to really watch what we say. Well, those people are stupid. No. Some of the smartest people minds are controlled. Where you got somebody who know damn well that what they're doing is wrong, but they are afraid of losing their jobs. They are afraid of speaking out. They are afraid of standing alone and standing on their moral grounds. When they are afraid to do those things and they go with the masses because they are afraid to do otherwise, that is a form of mind control. I done told you what the definition is. According to the APA Dictionary of Psychology, I done told you what the definition is. This is not about smart. This is not about dumb. This is about being sheeple versus people. This is an easy answer. Somebody said, do you think black people can control white minds? Of course they can. The question for you, Brian, is do black people focus on controlling white minds? If you want to bring race into it, do black people focus on controlling white minds? Or do we just try to focus on controlling the minds of each other? If you want to bring race into it, anybody can control the mind of another if you are an influencer and you're able to do it. I done told y'all that I turned on my social media and I seen a white grandma. I forgot she was doing the what's the name of that dance? Millie Rock, right? The Millie Rock. I don't even know how to do the Millie Rock. And a white grandma was doing the Millie Rock, and she had thousands and hundreds of thousands and hundreds of thousands of views. I see them doing all those kind of dances. I see them doing all of it. So you asking a silly question. Asking a real silly question. We got to think critically, people. We see it all the time. We see it all the time. Once upon a time, everybody was living a nice little vanilla life. A nice little vanilla life. And now everybody timeline look the same. You could be Korean, they're twerking, right? Thank you, Katrina. You could look Korean, they're twerking. You be Hispanic, they're twerking. You're white, they're twerking. You're Indian, they're twerking. But you asked me that question. The problem is we don't use it to control for our benefit. The problem is we don't use it for control for our benefit. We think it's cute because we like being entertained. Oh, that's so cute. We share it. Share, share, share. It's so cute. Share, 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 share. Share, 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 share. Share, share. And something that we be doing just for entertainment, they're making paper. Something we doing just for entertainment, they're making a living. They're bringing in the energy source called money, and they're reinvesting the money, and they're continuously building their wealth, and we playing games. Half of y'all on social media and don't even get paid to be on social media, but you going for them likes. You going for those likes for what? You going for those follows for what? And you ain't making a goddamn dime. You wasting your time because you're controlled. Separate the sheep from the people. Don't get me started, y'all. I'm done. I'm done. Mental Health Fridays. Mental Health Fridays. Don't get me started. Now, I said some people was going to get their feelings hurt. I want y'all to think about your own personal lives. And I want y'all to think about how you have allowed your mind to be under domination of somebody else. I want you to think about how many times you was afraid of speaking up and speaking out because you didn't want to be the one on the outskirts. Mind control. I want you to think about how many times you put that poisonous food in your mouth without even giving it thought. Mind control. I have a lady I'm coaching, and I hope she don't mind me sharing. Obviously, I'm not going to identify her, but I have a lady I'm coaching. And I'm so proud of her because she know I'm not an easy coach. You tell me you want to transform your life and we get clear on the goals are, and the goals are realistic, let's make it happen. You hired me. You hired me, you can fire me, and ain't going to stop not a penny coming into my pocket. Ain't nothing going to stop. And so I'm proud of her on her own because we talked about that. We talked about mind control. We talked about how these commercials are influencing you to make a decision. And now you're suffering the consequences with your weight and your health because of decisions that you have been influenced to make that you have to break. And she got up with her camera and took me along with her into her kitchen, invited me into her refrigerator, and then she gave me permission to give her a demonstration. And she followed the orders to the T. And when she saw what was left in her refrigerator that was healthy and it was not going to kill her, she was shocked and embarrassed because the packaging told her it was healthy, because it said organic, because it said 100% juice, because it said all these nice fluffy things, because of mind control to convince her to buy it, because she believed it was healthy and she didn't read the ingredients. She didn't read the nutritional facts. She didn't understand what was a carbohydrate. She didn't understand what sugar does with the insulin on your body. She didn't understand how if your body is in an insulin form, it's not going to burn fat. She didn't understand that she can drop that fat in 6 months just by changing what she eats with no goddamn working out. And she helped me to say, she allowed me to help her to see by listening to the things that I had to say. When I said to her, you want to tell me what's healthy, or would you like me to tell you what you're doing? What do you want to do? No, I'm listening to you, Dr. Shonna. I'm listening to you. Go ahead. I'm listening to you, Dr. Shonna. But for real, Dr. Shonna, it's 100% juice. I got this from Trader Joe's. Throw it out. Throw it out. Look at your body. Look at your body. You hired me for a change. If you fail, I fail. It's either we're going to be serious about this or we're not. Don't waste my time. I ain't going to waste yours. Now, of course, I handle her with compassion. Of course, I handle her with concern and care. Of course I do. I'm never mean to the people I work with. Any of my people would tell you, I'm going to teach you, I'm going to show you. But if you really want to do the work, we're going to get the results. And she didn't realize that all that pretty packaging was a bunch of bullshit. She didn't realize that all that pretty packaging was filled with sugar and sugar and sugar and sugar and sugar and sugar and sugar. She didn't realize that the human brain under sugar and under cocaine looks the same way. She didn't realize that she was an addict. I said, when you wake up, you need to tell yourself you are an addict. The first step in addiction is awareness, is recognizing you lost control. That's the first step in addiction. You are an addict. You're not fat because of your trauma. You're fat because of your addiction. Mind control. Mind control. Mind control. You want to work on your trauma? Go hire a trauma therapist. I support you in that. I'm not that for you. I'm not that for you. You want to work on that body and get a snatch for the gods? Follow my lead. Throw that shit out. But a lot of people don't want to do it because they're addicted. They're addicted to their food. They're addicted to their alcohol. They're addicted to their television. They're addicted to their cell phones. They're addicted to believing lies. They're addicted to pain. They're addicted to abuse. But you ain't going to hear a doctor talk like this, right? You're not going to want to hear a doctor talk like this, right? That's right. They're addicted to cigarettes. They're addicted to Millie. They're addicted to rap music. They're addicted to ratchet music. They're addicted to sex. They're addicted to attention. Am I lying? Shamika says she's addicted to her sewing machine. As long as it's making you money, you all right. Now, if you just playing around with it and you ain't making no money, you wasting your goddamn time. And as an addiction, you need a kick. You see how quick I fixed that for you? Is either you want to make the money are you going to find something else to do? I'm just trying to say. I ain't got nothing else for y'all. I told you at the end I was going to hurt some feelings, but it wasn't with intention. It wasn't with intention. I told y'all I was going to hurt some feelings because I need y'all to see that your mind is being controlled. Right? Sydney's addicted to trademarking. He is. And trademarking makes him some money. Right, Sydney? And I know because I sent somebody your way. So I understand what you're doing. He was very pleased. Right? Because trademarking makes him some money. That's okay. Just as long as it doesn't hurt your family. Right? So I love every last one of you guys on Mental Health Friday. Yes, it's a Saturday night, but it's still Mental Health Fridays. So when you go out there and you start paying attention to what's going on in the world, I want you to remember what I told you about mind control. When your doctor try to push something on you, it's okay to say yes as long as you are informed and you agree with what the information is telling you. And if you made your critical if you made your critical decision because you've given it critical thought and you wasn't pressured, you wasn't under fear, you wasn't in distress, if you made those decisions and you did the best that you can do because you were informed, then there's nothing wrong with you. No matter what you decide in your life, just be informed. Because when you're not informed and you do it anyway, you a sheeple. And we got to separate the sheeple from the people. Because the sheeple is going to be led to the slaughter. And as my mama say, monkey see, monkey do the same as you. I'm not jumping off the roof with you. You can't convince me not a goddamn thing. You're going to have to show me. Maybe that's the Aquarius in me. I don't give a freak. If I don't see God's hand come down from the sky himself, you can count me out. I love every last one of y'all. There go Black Mama. Shout out to Black Mama. She said tough love needed this info. Listen, I love y'all. I'm not trying to be tough on y'all. I just want y'all to know the truth. Right? What's somebody saying here? I guess people talking now. Lisa says, I got produce in my fridge, not too much packaged groceries. I'm buying some canned foods for emergency stocking. All right. And then rinse that canned food off in some water to shake it of that sodium because they have to pack it with sodium to keep it fresh in that can. So before you put that canned stuff in that pot, soak it in some water. Get some of that salt off. I'm just trying to tell y'all. Just trying to tell y'all. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button, family. If you're on YouTube, subscribe to the channel. Give me the thumbs up. Keep me in the algorithm. If you're on Facebook, follow the channel. Like the channel. Share the channel. I love every last one of y'all. To my ladies, my Iris women, your class video will be up tonight. I just have to shrink the size of the video and I'm going to put it up tonight. This was a powerful class today in our Iris Women class. For everybody else, y'all please go over to my Instagram page. Follow me on Instagram. It's all about relationships. There's nothing radical there. That's for YouTube and Facebook. It's all about relationships. I give you good things, good special, good deals. Just go over to that page. Show me some love. Like and follow that page. I will see you guys all next week unless they decide this video was a bad girl video too and shut this crap down. And if not, I won't have, if they do, I won't have a channel. And if not, I will see you guys all next week for Mental Health Friday. Y'all have a blessed day.